Collecting and clutter is part of most households, but sometimes it can go too far.
When someone you love is a hoarder, it can be very hard to figure out what to do. It can cause a great deal of stress. Sometimes you wonder, is it hoarding or is it just somebody who likes to keep stuff? Today in our relationship reboot, Dr. Kirsten Lynn-Seal explains ways of dealing with this. This can be so stressful.
Yeah, this is really hard. It's hard on the family, but the thing is, it's also hard on the person who's hoarding, because hoarding is a disorder that tends to be really isolating. It gets worse as people get older, and family members often have no idea what to do.
Let's talk first, what is hoarding? Because
Yes.
I think a lot of people have clutter. They've got kind of messy closets that they're
Yes.
dealing with. Where's the line?
So hoarding disorder is defined as a persistent inability to get rid of items and a need to continue to accumulate items. And the clinical definition comes when it's causing great distress, right? And what actually happens is a lot of living spaces become completely uninhabitable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly, in my
video.
reporting
Exactly.
career, I've been inside houses where you see that.
Right.
And
Right.
it's so sad.
It's so sad.
Because people feel they can't stop. They can't stop the behavior.
Well, and they kind of can't, and that's the hard part, right?
Yeah.
There's no real medication that's been found to help. I mean, sometimes, like, one theory is that it's sort of an offshoot of obsessive compulsive disorder, do you know? So, but basically, like, a wraparound type of thing is what you want to aim for. If you're a family member and somebody that you love is hoarding, you want to try to sort of go in on maybe a couple of different fronts. Maybe like a therapist who specializes in hoarding. There are different people who do organizational types of things that help with hoarders. You know, you can always sort of get sort of county or city authorities to come in, but that's sort of a really high level. One of the things that I really want to stress is that it's very important for family members to try not to cut off the hoarder. That can be something that people kind of go to desperately as a measure at the very end. When
Why
they
is that, do you think? Is it just the tough love kind of concept?
Well, I think it's because they've given up. Do you know, they've tried really hard to change the hoarder. They may actually have gone in and cleaned out things, and then literally you'd be amazed that in a couple of months somebody can recreate that whole situation all over again.
What kind of stuff are people hoarding?
Well, it's interesting. Actually, much of the hoarding happens around kind of daily items like newspapers and magazines and books and empty jars, right? You'll find people collect. So that's different from collecting, because when people collect, you may come into their homes and you'll see a whole vast array of things, but they're sort of organized generally, or here are my shelves for my little tiny salt and pepper shaker, right?
Here's my spoon collection.
Spoon collection.
It's fine.
Here's my collection of sugar lumps. Do you know what I mean? Like, people collect all sorts of things.
And that's different.
That is different, even though it may feel really cluttered, you know? But hoarding is really, it's when things become really, really unmanageable.
Do we know why people who become this way? Do they start out as kids as hoarders? Is it something that happens more often when they're older?
Well, one of the sort of most foundational theory about why this happens is because it has to do with grief and loss, and that people collect things as a way of sort of making themselves feel more secure. And so that's
like a safety blanket in a way.
Exactly, and that people are processing. Well, when you think about keeping newspapers, it's like, you know, if I keep these newspapers from the 70s and 80s, there's all this information in there that I maybe didn't get to. And so if I have it here, that means I've got it. Doesn't matter if it's all on the internet now.
Or if it's logical.
Because exactly, it's not logical.
There's no logic
you know?
to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. There are researchers working on this here in Minnesota even?
Yes, and there's a great resource. It's called the Minnesota Hoarding Task Force, and that it started out as the Hoarding Project, and there's a website that you can go to, and that can show you a lot of resources. There are therapists who really specialize in this kind of thing, you know, and again, sort of this idea of a wraparound approach. But the most important thing I'd like to really just underscore is that the family members staying involved and not sort of doing the I can't deal with you anymore, because that is so painful, because it's so isolating anyway. So that's just what I'd like to stress.
Try to stay there.
Try to stay there.
It's
Try
tough.
to stay in a
It's
relationship.
tough.
It's really hard.
Yeah. But very important.
Yeah.
Kirsten, thank you.
Okay, yeah, thanks.